If smart glasses are so powerful, why is everyone still using smartphones? Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving headfirst into one of the most fascinating mysteries in modern tech. We've all seen the sci-fi movies, right? And we've definitely heard the lofty promises from all the major tech giants. But today, we're unpacking the story of a technological revolution that was supposed to happen, but kind of hit a massive wall of human behavior instead. I mean, think about it. The technology actually already exists. You've got tiny cameras that seamlessly fit inside stylish frames and micro displays that can project complex data right into your retinas. So we're left with this massive paradox. If smart glasses are so undeniably powerful, why are billions of us still looking down at these little rectangular screens in our pockets like dozens of times a day? To figure that out, we're going to navigate through this roadmap. We'll look at the smart glass dream, the Google Glass backlash, the smartphone problem, hardware and design challenges, how AI changes everything, and finally, what we call the future companion. Let's get right into it. Moving on to our first section, the smart glass dream, or basically the future we were all promised. For decades, the utopian dream was all about revolutionary, true, hands-free computing. Just picture this. You step off a plane, and you're walking through a crowded, unfamiliar airport, but instead of staring down at your phone and awkwardly bumping into people, glowing digital arrows just float gracefully on the ground right in front of you, guiding you straight to your gate. You glance over at a restaurant, and bam, 5-star reviews materialize in midair. You hear someone speaking a foreign language, and translated subtitles seamlessly pop up in your field of view in real time. The ultimate goal here was to bring the vast, incredible power of the internet directly into your actual physical world without ever needing to dig into your pocket. Honestly, it felt like pure magic. But, well, things didn't exactly go to plan. Let's look at Section 2, the Google Glass backlash, and when the future actually kind of scared us. Okay, so take a look at this timeline. Back in 2013, Silicon Valley really thought this hands-free dream had finally arrived. Google Glass launched to just earth-shattering hype. It was this $1,500 futuristic status symbol that made early adopters feel like they were living decades ahead of the rest of us. But almost overnight, that awe morphed into intense fear. You see, throughout history, cameras have always been pretty obvious. You always know when someone is holding up a phone or pointing a lens right at you. But with smart glasses, society suddenly realized that nobody knew when they were being recorded. This severe privacy backlash was huge. Wearers were publicly shamed, and the device got swiftly banned in bars, movie theaters, casinos, the whole shebang. By 2015, the consumer version was effectively pulled from the shelves. As this quote perfectly sums up, the technology itself wasn't the biggest problem. The social acceptance was. Building a microcomputer to fit on someone's face is a monumental engineering challenge. Absolutely. But building public trust for having an always-on camera pointing at strangers all day long? Yeah, that's a massive human behavior challenge. Society simply wasn't ready. Which brings us to Section 3, the smartphone problem. Basically, your absolute biggest competitor. This is the ultimate final boss standing in the way of smart glasses today. Your biggest competitor is already sitting right there in your pocket. The smartphone is arguably one of the most successful, universally adopted consumer products in human history. Over the last 2 decades, it successfully replaced our cameras, our maps, our wallets, alarm clocks, televisions, you name it. For billions of people, pulling out a phone is a deeply embedded, highly trusted habit. So smart glasses aren't just competing against some old, outdated piece of tech, they're competing against a constantly improving target. Every single year, phones get faster, brighter, and better. They relentlessly raise the standard that smart glasses somehow have to surpass just to justify their own existence. It's exactly like asking someone to replace an incredibly comfortable old chair. Even if you show them a brand new chair with fancy features and a super sleek design, if their old one works perfectly and does everything they need, most people just aren't going to rush out to switch. Right now, smart glasses still represent an unproven everyday value for the average person who is, let's face it, already heavily dependent on their phone. Let's jump to Section 4, hardware and design challenges, where we hit some hard physical limits. Beyond our deep phone addiction, engineers face a genuinely brutal reality when actually building these wearable devices. The industry has to conquer what we call this formidable engineering trifecta: the fashion challenge, the battery problem, and the price barrier. And the real pain for engineers here is that solving just one of these usually completely ruins the other two. Make the glasses affordable? They look terrible. Make them look like stunning high-end designer eyewear? Well, now you don't have enough room for a battery that lasts more than an hour. It's this constant, agonizing tug of war between aesthetics and capabilities. Check out this comparison, because there is a massive disconnect between consumer expectations and the uncompromising reality of physics. We expect a device that runs artificial intelligence, records high-definition video, and stays connected all day long. But the reality? Engineers are working with mere millimeters of battery space hidden inside a glass's frame. If you add a bigger battery, the glasses immediately become heavy, hot, and just instantly uncomfortable. It is essentially like expecting a tiny motorcycle fuel tank to generate enough power to fly a commercial airplane across the ocean. The physics simply do not easily align with our sci-fi expectations.
And we cannot forget the human element here. Consumers care deeply about their appearance. Smart glasses sit right on your face. They are a highly visible part of your identity. Early designs felt way too futuristic, way too bulky, and completely awkward for everyday social interactions. Look, if a piece of technology makes you look like a cyborg, does the incredible tech inside even matter? Not really, because human behavior and fashion will win that battle every single time.
All right, moving to Section 5, AI changes everything. This is where we finally find the missing purpose. So with all these incredible odds, brutal physical limits, and tricky social hurdles stacked against them, you might think it's game over. But there's a huge plot twist breathing massive new life into this industry. Artificial intelligence is fundamentally redefining the entire purpose of smart glasses through something called contextual awareness. Instead of a device waiting in your pocket for you to manually type in a specific query, AI gives these glasses continuous, real-time awareness of your actual environment. They look up with you. They experience the real world seamlessly right alongside you instead of forcing you to constantly look down at a screen. This is the true paradigm shift we've been waiting for. It's moving from just passively displaying information to actually understanding it. Just imagine you're staring at a broken car engine. The AI recognizes the exact parts you're looking at and verbally guides you step by step through the repair in real time. Or imagine standing in a foreign city, looking at a menu and instantly seeing live language translation subtitles, or hearing the rich history of a monument as you simply look up at it. By acting as a contextual assistant, AI drastically reduces the friction of finding answers. It finally gives everyday people a genuine, highly compelling reason to actually put these devices on their faces. Which leads us to our final section, Section 6, the future companion and the expansion strategy. For a decade, the industry tried what we call a replacement strategy. They were totally convinced that smart glasses absolutely had to kill and replace the smartphone entirely. But as we've seen, that comes with highly unrealistic technical hurdles. So the most likely future? That's the expansion strategy. This is where smart glasses become an essential everyday companion layer. It's highly realistic and totally achievable, much like how we use a smartwatch today. The glasses handle the real-time AI, the object recognition, and the visual context, while your phone comfortably stays right there in your pocket to handle the heavy processing, the banking, and the deep work. It's actually a perfectly symbiotic relationship. As this quote beautifully puts it, the future may not be about replacing smartphones. It may be about changing how humans interact with technology. And I think that's a profound realization. Perhaps our intense reliance on looking down at glowing rectangular screens was always meant to be just a temporary stepping stone towards something far more natural and integrated. So the ultimate question remains, are we finally ready to look up from our screens and let technology seamlessly augment our reality, instead of constantly distracting from it? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. For more technology stories and future business ideas, visit SaatPro.com. Catch you next time.